Hello, this is Workbench, episode number 7. I'm Seth Werkheiser, along with Bill Meese, two people who work in music and love technology, sharing our nerdy knowledge to help make your work easier and more manageable. Hello, Bill. How are you?
Episode number 7. Holy crap.
Can you believe it?
It's been pretty awesome, man. We had some pretty good feedback on the last episode, which was cloud storage and online backup. Have you implemented any of the stuff we talked about yourself?
I've implemented as far as visiting the Backblaze website, and that is it.
Really?
How about you?
I actually started a trial version of Backblaze, and I had to pause it to record this episode. It takes quite a while to back up all your stuff.
Yeah, you're uploading all that stuff over the interwebs.
Yeah, I guess I have a lot of stuff to back up.
Yeah, and depending on your internet speed, and that can take a while.
But yeah, so it's springtime. Baseball is almost here.
Yes, a lack of snow is almost here, but I'm sure Boston will beg to differ.
Yeah, our friends up in Boston, man, I feel bad for them because that's an insane amount of snow to get in one winter.
Yes, I saw something on TV the other day, and it was just like there were 3 cities in America and Boston was one of them. It was like them, Bangor, Maine, and somewhere else, Syracuse, I think, just ravaged with snow.
Yeah, it's insane. We're on Long Island here. We got some snow last night, so I was out in my driveway getting rid of 7 or 8 inches of slush this morning before I went to work, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. What's also really cool is we set our clocks ahead this Sunday.
We do?
Yes, March 8th.
Does that mean we lose sleep or gain sleep?
We spring ahead, so...
We lose sleep.
We lose, yeah, I'm sorry. But at least it's the weekend, you know?
Yeah.
So you can lose an hour on your time. That doesn't make any sense. I apologize.
So, springtime also means... for those of you and us in the music business, the annual pilgrimage to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. And
yes.
For those of you that are going this year, Seth and I will be there for 2 different reasons, but there nonetheless. And we will be eating all the barbecue, drinking all the coffee, and eating all the tacos. This will
be my first time.
Really?
Never been.
Wow.
Been at this since 2001, never been.
Wow, okay. That's it's more than the first time for me, that's for sure.
Quite a run, yeah. But this is the year. I'm doing it.
You're doing it. And so if you're there and you want to meet up or say hi, catch us on Twitter, and maybe we can eat tacos together.
That'd be awesome.
So what's this episode about, buddy? Number 7?
Number 7, episode 7. We're talking all about video chat software. How to engage in video chats for your business, for a lot of things that you can do, both with work, staying productive, whether it's by yourself, with a team, whatever. That's what we're going to dig into.
Now, why would somebody want video chat? This isn't Star Trek.
Correct. It's not. But sometimes face-to-face interaction is super nice. There are companies that do video interviews, which are fun. So they're used sometimes for the hiring process when people aren't in the same city. People do lessons and consulting over video chats. Many uses.
Okay. Well, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves there. So
maybe we are. Sorry.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about why, if you're a small business or if you work in an office with people that are either remote or sometimes they work from home or they travel a lot, just trying to figure out why you would want to implement this. Because one of the things I've found is that if you've been in any business a long time, and you come across a new technology such as video chat, it might take a little longer for you to adapt to certain new tools that make things easier. So why would anyone want to use this in the workplace? Let's start there.
I really think for especially from being a separator, if you're not in the office together or this or that, sometimes just having that face-to-face, the actual face-to-face, is helpful. Whether it's a conference room, whether you're, dialing in that way or whatever. I think video is super helpful in that, more so than the hopping on the phone. Video is more engaging. Like, you kind of have, like, if we were doing a video chat right now doing this, and I was like looking at my phone responding to a text, you'd see that. You'd be like, Seth, pay attention. What are you doing? So maybe that keeps your attention.
Well, one of the biggest uses I've seen it used for in my workplace is, if three of us are in the same room and we want to get into a meeting, and one or two people aren't there, we'll usually use Skype or Google Hangouts to loop them in, and have them up on an iPad or a laptop screen or something. So let's get into some of the apps that you might want to check out if you're interested in using this kind of stuff.
Sure. I think one of the biggest and most known is probably Skype. That's one of the old ones. The big appeal of that used to be back in the day, it was like you could make phone calls to other people with Skype. But as the internet's gotten faster and everything like that, video is a big component of Skype, and they were bought by Microsoft a couple years ago, and for better or worse. But Skype is pretty much the go-to,
right?
Kind of the standard in terms of video chats.
Which we're using right now.
We are totally using it right now. Kind of the making the sausage of a podcast like this is a lot of people connect over Skype, over audio, and they record it, and that's how a lot of the podcasts that you listen to happen. So, yeah.
Right. So Skype is definitely the old guard, but there are some new ones that are coming into the arena, so to speak. And another one of those is Google Hangouts. Now, I feel like Google Hangouts is in constant flux. It's in constant change.
Absolutely.
And the most recent update, well, they did an update not too long ago where it was very mobile centered with their with their iOS app and their Android app, I'm assuming, where the kind of center feature was that the chats that you were having would be accessible and available on every platform, whether it was the web, the Windows app, I believe, because the Mac app isn't ready yet, and more importantly, your iOS or your Android app, your mobile phone. So, meaning you could be having a conversation on your laptop, close your laptop, walk out the door, and continue the conversation on your phone. And that was kind of the origin of Google Hangouts, but now they're getting much heavier into video calls and group video calls at that.
Yeah, big time.
And the most recent update is with their video platform, and I've used it a few times. And I gotta say, when I'm doing a quick meeting where it's maybe not as formal at work, I'll use Google Hangouts, and we can get 2 or 3 people on a video chat really quickly.
Yeah, because so many people have like a Gmail account, so they're kind of like already signed up for it.
Right, and to be clear, if you have a Gmail account, like you can use this immediately. There is no extra sign up for it. So
yeah, you just invite someone if they have a webcam, hopefully on their laptop or on their smartphone. Yeah, they can do it.
Or their tablet.
Yeah, totally.
What is Hangouts On Air? I noticed you made a note.
Yeah, Hangouts On Air, regular Hangouts is if you're doing a small meeting with a couple people, okay, fine, this is your chat. Hangouts On Air is more aimed to be public. So if you want to do, say, kind of a meet and greet or a interactive Q&A session online somehow, you use Hangouts On Air, and when you do that, you have a URL that you could send out, and other people can click on that and watch your Hangout and interact with it, and it's live, and it gets pushed to your Google Plus page, it gets pushed to your YouTube page. It's pretty fancy. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like Ustream, but not really. Yeah, well, it's Google's version of it. Yeah. Interesting. And when you're done, it gets published to your YouTube and Google Plus page. So you have like this piece of video content sitting there. And you can I believe you can edit it too. You can replace it, add a bumper and stuff like that. But yeah, you could do some pretty neat stuff with that.
That's really awesome. I actually didn't know about that, and I'm going to make a note because I got some cool ideas with that.
Oh, yeah. Hangouts on Air. I actually used that. I have experience with that. Maybe a year or two ago, I did a Metal Trivia Night with Google Hangouts on Air, where I invited people, and we did a heavy metal trivia night with Skull Toaster. It was pretty interesting.
It went well?
Yeah, it did. A lot of work though, man. When you got 3 people staring at you and you're putting out questions and stuff like that. Woo wee.
Yeah, it's kind of you're hosting your own show at that point.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yep.
But another thing, the new version of Google Hangouts with their video chat is not only the new user interface but also screen sharing, file sharing.
Yep.
So I mean, if you work on a remote team and there's 2 people in San Francisco, 1 person in London, and another person in Miami, you all can be on the same call, looking at each other, sharing screens, looking at the same documents. And, I know we talk about this vaguely and maybe not so vaguely on this show, but that's where office work is headed. The kind of decline of traditional cubicle farms and more into the hyper interactive cyberspace, so to speak.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like this, stuff that Google is doing, and stuff that other companies that are doing that we'll talk about. That's where all of this is headed. So if you haven't gotten that by now, then I just laid it out pretty blatantly for you.
And really, it's good just to have some experience with any of these, because like I said, I've done job interviews with video interviews, video chats. And it's just good to be experienced with operating some of this stuff in case that comes up. Yeah,
you never know, because you could be on a job interview, and the hiring manager can say, "Well, we have our team is scattered across the United States. What kind of ideas would you bring to the table to bring everyone together?" Copy all of our show notes. There you go.
Yes, do it. So another one for you Mac users that's already built in to whether your desktop, laptop, or your iPhone is FaceTime. And that, Bill, you have experience a lot with that with family, correct?
Yeah, that's the one we use the most at home when we're talking to grandparents who, some of them live close, some of them far away, and it's probably the one of the only means of contact that my son has with his grandparents and his aunt and other relatives. So I'm sure anyone with kids will know that FaceTime is a big one.
Yeah. No, and that's cool. Like I said, it's if you're already a Mac user, and you're like, what's the Skype, this, that, the other, or Google Hangouts, and if you just want to do one-to-one kind of thing, if the person you're talking to has a Mac, has an iPhone, you can pretty much do a video chat with the software that's built into your equipment. So it's pretty cool.
And I remember when FaceTime came out, it was a really big deal because anyone who's our age or older knows that this was like the most futuristic thing that we could have seen. Like all those episodes of Star Wars and Star Trek and all those sci-fi novels, like video chat on your phone or on your handheld device was so out of this world crazy that no one ever thought it was going to happen. It was our hoverboard moment.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it was definitely the big advancement. And I remember that it was only available over Wi-Fi to start.
Yeah.
But more recently, it's available over cellular.
Yep.
Which that's a big deal, man. Like I remember.
That is. Watch your data usage though.
Yeah, those of you not grandfathered into the unlimited plan, but
right.
I remember I was walking down the street when I got a FaceTime call coming in. I was like, really? This is possible?
Pretty interesting too. If you're in a place where you don't have great cell reception, you can use FaceTime to make a call over Wi-Fi that wherever you're at.
Right. I don't know if that's an iOS 8 update, but the voice only FaceTime is a pretty easy thing to do.
Yep. So should we talk about some of these other kind of
lesser known?
Yeah, lesser known or just like kind of niche kind of things.
Yeah, totally. I mean, in the world of video chat apps, Google Hangouts, Skype, and FaceTime are the 3 that almost everyone's going to know. But there are a few other ones and a few ones in the works that you might want to keep an eye out for. And I'll let you go into the first one since I don't know anything about it.
Sure. The only reason I know about this one is because I have a friend that works there. But it's called Oovoo, Oovoo.
Bless you.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I mean, this is one of the many video apps out there. I did a search tonight in the App Store. There's like 9 billion of them. So
9 billion.
9 billion, probably 10 by now.
Put that in the show notes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll list all of them. But this lets you do a video call with up to 12 friends. And also it does all those normal things like send text, pictures, video messages, and a bunch of other stuff. Like, that's kind of neat. Like, with, the idea that you can do that with up to 12 people.
Wait, so young people today have more than 12 friends?
Yeah, boy, that'd be a challenge. Yeah, I could.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. I cannot think of 12 people that I would want to chat with on video at once. I'm sorry. I mean, okay. If you have a big remote team and and all 12 of you need to be on a video conference at the same time, fine, I get it. But that just sounds like hell on earth, man. Yeah.
But that's one that's out there. So there's Oovoo. Another one, and this is more team focused. This might be more where you say 12 people. If you're in a remote position where a bunch of people are scattered all over the place, there's this one that I found called Sqwillgle. The link will be in the show notes. I'm not going to spell it out because it's spelled weird. But that gives you instant one-on-one and group video conference calls. I looked at it, and it's pretty neat. I downloaded it. I tried it out a little bit, but since I didn't have like a team of people to try it out with, it was just kind of nothing. But it gives you this, this app on your desktop, and on it will be everyone that has their webcam on that you're working with. It's pretty neat. And anytime you want to like talk to someone, you just click on their face, and it goes into a one-on-one conference call, a one-on-one video chat.
Oh, that's cool. See, I didn't know that. I heard a Sqwillgle from Buffer.
Oh, okay.
And what they use it for, and I was under the impression that it was a video chat kind of app that took a snapshot of you every few minutes.
Okay.
And if you're a remote worker, if you're working from home, and this is something that your boss would be into, I guess it would be kind of cool. But it's kind of a way to check in passively with maybe your boss or the rest of your team, to where it's not so much of I didn't even know it was a video chat app, but I thought it was just something that kind of checks in with you every few minutes.
Well, I think it does. Yeah, I think it does that. I don't think it's this always on video conference thing that's on all the time.
Right.
That it just kind of passively, looks at everybody, and everybody's there. They're moving around. You can wave to people, whatever. But,
that's pretty cool, because I guess if you're a remote team and you're curious if someone's at their desk, then I guess you could check that, since it only takes a snapshot every few minutes. And then if they are, you click on their face, and then you can, do a virtual high five.
Yep, and the app too, the program on your desktop, it has like this chat feature too, so you don't have to do video chat, whatever. You can, hey, are you there? Can you chat in a couple minutes? Whatever.
Right.
It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Does that cost any money?
It does. I think once you hit a threshold of users. Yeah.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, the next one I've used quite a bit. It's HipChat. And I know we talked about this in a previous episode of teamwork without email, but HipChat is primarily a chat platform, but I know they do have video chat at a paid level. So while it's not a video chat app by itself, it is a premium feature within the app, which is pretty cool. And HipChat's one of those apps, man. If you have a team of people that aren't all pretty much at the same table in the same room all day, every day, you're going to need it. And if they have video chat capabilities, then all the more reason.
Right. It's a neat like add-on component. So if you have, a few people in New York City, a few people in LA. If you're trying to introduce all this stuff, let's try HipChat, or let's try this, and everybody gets Skype. What's your Skype names? Blah, blah, blah. If you just get everybody on board with HipChat, and then, you're all in there. Okay, cool. Let's do a video conference here. Okay, cool. And you could do it inside that. Like, that's a lot easier than the some of the other solutions that we talked about earlier. So,
and I heard through the grapevine that Slack recently bought a video something company.
Ooh.
So we'll see what that means in the months to come.
Yeah, always stuff going on. And hey, I mean, don't we have? I shouldn't get too far ahead. We got the Apple Watch coming out too. Who knows if that's going to have some video capabilities too?
Yeah. Speaking of your hoverboard moment.
Yeah.
That has the capability to be something pretty intense.
Yes, that's going to be exciting. There's an Apple event, the 9th or something?
I have no idea. This isn't an Apple News show.
You're right. It is not, and we won't go down that
Google
road. It. Next episode will be about watches. No, I'm kidding.
No, it won't be about watches. No. But yeah, so the main reason we're going over these is that this stuff is out there. It's very easy to use. It only brings teams closer together in an age where everyone is staring at their phones, staring at their screens. Every now and then it's good to get on a video chat platform where you can see someone face to face if you're not able to see them face to face in person. So while anyone in their right mind would argue that face to face contact is the best, video conferencing, video chat is the next best thing. So
totally.
So yeah, why don't we tie this one up in a nice little bow?
Sure, let's do that. This has been episode 7. For any of the links and other stuff that we talked about in the show, just visit us at workbenchpodcast.com, and we'll have show notes. We'll have links to everything right there.
And if you subscribe to us via iTunes, give us a review because it really helps.
Yeah. Again, I can't believe this is episode 7 to get through all that and stuff like that. And we have 1 review on iTunes, but yeah, it'd totally be cool if we had a couple more. Give us some feedback. If you have questions, if you have comments, you can find me or Bill on Twitter. Our Twitter handles, you probably heard of the show from Twitter. Or you can email us at hello@workbenchpodcast.com.
Awesome.
Cool.
Hey, Seth.
Yo.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a great show.
Fun.
All right,
we'll have to do this again.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Bye.
Bye.